the different countries within South America, right?
Yeah.
Yes? Okay. So today we're going to talk about the geography of South America. And not just the geography itself, but how the geography affects the people that live in South America. Okay? So, your target for today is I can describe the physical features, climate, vegetation, and natural resources of South America. I can infer how these factors might influence the people of South America. And I have a graphic organizer that labels out all of these targets that you need to move in, okay? So why is it important for us to learn about how the geography of a country affects its people? Who can tell me why it's important?
So that if we talk to someone from that culture, we don't think it's like weird, we know what it is, we know what they're talking about, and we're not clueless.
Okay, good. And what about their culture? How does it affect their culture? What about their economy and the jobs the landforms? How do they affect their jobs and the economy? What they eat, maybe? So
Maybe like if you like live near the mountains, like you might not like have like a farm or
Right.
something.
Right. And then what would that affect?
That would affect like I guess that would like affect the economy in your town or city.
Right. Because of what? Because what are they in a farm? What are you having? What does that say about your culture?
I just have a question. When you say geography, do you mean the landscape?
I mean landforms. So the landscape, mountainous, flat plateaus. I also by that mean climate, any vegetation. So what they grow, the food that they grow. And so what kind of food, if there are farmers, how does that affect their country?
It helps them provide food.
It helps them provide food, right? And what does that in turn affect?
They have different resources.
They're different resources. Good. So this is why it's important to understand not just about South America, which is our topic, but about all countries, and to understand how geography affects them and their lives And so today what you're going to do is something called, you're going to jigsaw.
Jigsaw puzzles.
It's not a puzzle,
Oh.
but it's kind of like a puzzle. So if you can pass these down. And what you're going to do is each group is going to be assigned a certain section to read in your Latin America book. Okay? Pass that down, please. And what you're going to do is you're going to become an expert on that one area. So one group is going to become an expert on physical features, another on climate, another on natural vegetation, and another on natural resources. Does anyone not have one? Everyone good? Okay. So, if you could see, look at your, I have an extra. If you have an extra, you can just put it at the end of your table. Okay, so if you're looking at your graphic organizer right now, you will see, okay. So if you're looking at your graphic organizer, you will see that the physical features, which is going to be, this group right here, is going to be physical features, okay? Physical features is chapter 1.1. So chapter 1, section 1 is where you will be looking in your Latin American book. And you might need to share some of the books because there aren't that many, okay? This group right here, except for Cody and Leslie, I want you two to come over here. Not right now, but when we start. And then that group over there, oh, did I say what you guys were? You will be the natural vegetation. Okay. And Abigail's group will be the climate. Okay. And then the last group over here with Sophia and Brian will be the natural resources. Okay. And what I want you to be aware of. So in your textbooks, what's something you notice about the different kinds of writing in textbooks? So what's something that just jumps out at you about the different kinds of writing? Ilona. Right, it's stuff that you may want to know that'll help guide your reading. What else do you notice about the text and about colors and maybe font size? What do you notice?
Like
Right, and they're important. So, the first group, who is going to be looking at the physical features, you're going to turn to this section. And you're going to see, you're going to see climate, hot, mild, and cold. And you're going to see these different, how the climate affects people and the region of Latin America, and what factors might affect climate. So those are the headings, and those are the things that you want to focus on when you're reading. But you need to be careful, because in some sections, they talk about, back here. So in some sections, it's talking about Mexico and Central America. Are we talking about Mexico and Central America? Yeah. What are we talking about?
South America.
Right, so if you go down, you will see that this is the Caribbean. Are we doing the Caribbean? No. So what are we doing? South America. So that first group, you need to be aware that make sure you are only reading about South America. So you have to pay attention to those bold headings and those labels, because they will give you information about what that paragraph is, okay? So I'm going to give each group about 20 minutes to research from their book, get information, fill out your area of the chart, and on the other side it says infer how this affects the lives of the people that live there. And so that is your group's job for your area. Then on your Chromebooks, it does a one person from your group on a Chromebook. You got all of you have been shared the same document. It is this exact thing, and you are going to fill out your information, just your information in there. And then for the last about 10-15 minutes, we're going to share, because you were the expert on that one area, but you need to inform the rest of the class about what you learned. Okay? Who's question?
Just our group or one person?
You're presenting?
Yeah.
Your whole group will present. Chris.
For the Chromebook thing, did you say one person writes all our compared information down?
You're all going to take information down on this graphic organizer and write it. But one person can type all of the things that you guys found into the Google Doc. So you don't all have to be, because it's one document that you all have, okay? So you're all going to see each other's writing. But because you only studied, because this group's only studying physical features, they don't know about climate from their group. So how are you going to learn about it? They need to teach you about it because they were the experts. So they're going to come up and they're going to share with you what they learned and what they inferred from the information that they gathered, okay? So the two of you that I asked to move, you can move and you could get the Latin America books and you could start researching your area. And I will be walking around to help you and guide you if you need help, okay?
I'll get the book.
Don't forget, you may have to share some, okay?
I got a Latin America book.
Okay, what page? It's on your page. What page is the page number on the page? Just go into the chat. 1.1. 1.1.
Yes. Their climate, you guys are natural vegetation. Okay? And don't forget, so you guys have natural vegetation. Don't forget the other page, there's an extra resource in the back for you. And along with climate, where's my climate friends? Don't forget, talk to each other. You're all working together to become experts on this. So now, can you move closer for me? Huh? Huh? Right, and I wanted you guys to be aware, you have another resource on page 178 that'll help you with the climate, okay? So don't forget to utilize that and talk to each other because you're here to help each other. And you need to go up there and be the expert on this and talk to everyone about it, okay?
I noticed that on land closer to the equator, how do these affect the
So don't forget to talk to each other. Mark, move closer. Talk to each other because you need to infer. She moved closer to them, so move closer to them. Come on. Because you need to, it's going to take some work to infer how these affect their lives. So it's something that you need to work on together and discuss as a group. Christopher, face your other group members too. Talk to each other.
The ocean river, Amazon River,
And how would that affect their culture?
fishing,
Okay, that's a good thing. What else? What's something else you know about water that helps with the economy?
provides resources like such
How?
as water,
How?
drinking resources,
Okay. Well,
Fishing.
what else could you do with the water?
tourism,
It might attract tourists. It might. How do you, for the economy, how do you get things to places?
transportation. Oh,
What do you think?
transportation.
Which is called what? What are you doing?
Boating.
And what do you have on those roads?
People.
Bringing from other places.
Yeah, like tourism.
Tourism, but what else? What are you thinking?
I don't know.
Hey girls, if the Amazon River is in South America, what could that do for their economy?
I got it. It helps transport cargo for other economies that are near.
Do you know what that's called? What is that called? When you're giving resources to another country and they're bringing resources to you.
I know what it's called.
Trading! 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 Yay! Yes. So you gotta write something. Oh, you have to write something.
It would probably be grow.
The Amazon River. And there's certain parts, you know.
It's still humid, but it's also really wet, so they get rain. They're able to like naturally dry.
Yeah, most, yeah. So that is most
Yes.
So the Amazon River towards the west.
Yeah. You don't have to get a head start. You're all collaborating. Come on, you guys have to write some stuff down. This is the same thing. Okay. Work with them.
Super effective. I get stuck in my chair.
Natural vegetation. Are you on the right page?
Climate or natural vegetation?
But that's what
Natural vegetation and climate. And what's your other resource? Page 179 is also another resource that you can go to. Yes. You guys are doing natural vegetation. Okay. Okay. So what have you found out so far?
They have tropical rainforests.
Is that natural vegetation?
No.
Natural vegetation is
They make it themselves.
natural vegetation is anything that grows naturally. So plants. Yes.
Tropical rainforest.
Tropical rainforest. What does it have?
I read yesterday they had a camp that
A canopy. Yep. Okay.
So trees go around.
But what kind of tree? What did it say? Is that what it says?
Close grown kiwis. It just says what kind of trees they are.
Okay. Okay, you can write that. But how would that affect them?
But the trees they grow fruit on them.
Yeah, but you're
Like fruit? But where are we? We're in South America. Those fruits are more like
talking about Central America.
No, we're not talking about
I was doing something. I was adding the resources.
Alright, so
There's
then
like
what else?
some mines in Central America.
So,
you shouldn't
We're focused on
Oh, dang,
someone.
you gotta
deciduous
restart.
forest, temperate grasslands, is there a wide variety or is it
There's a lot of different types. There's only one copper mine in Mexico.
Okay, so write that. So how would that if they have little, if they have little limitations, what is that? But they must utilize that area.
They would probably get a lot of
In about like 4 minutes, one of you should start typing up some of the information you're finding on your shared document, okay? Elizabeth is going to do it, okay? It's not a big deal. You have to help her by sharing the information that you come up with. What have you guys come up with?
Apparently it's like playing.
Yeah. Alright, what did you guys come up with my climate group?
some places it's really not as much, like Brazil.
Why?
Like Chile's
And how would that affect the people that live there?
Silver mine. Silver.
What did you say? How would it affect
Right on the border.
What do you think? Why? That is a very good introduction. I talk about training in the country now. And don't forget that one of you, I don't know, Justin or Ilona wants to do it, start typing off of what you found. So all of you are going to collaborate with Justin to type it, right? This group, this is what, yeah, how are you doing? You are my natural resources group? What have we found? So how does that affect them? Does that affect their economy? Does that affect their lifestyle? How? All of you. How does it affect? Go ahead. What?
It affects their lifestyle because then they have more minerals to make stuff so that they can export.
Export it. And what does that do for the economy?
That makes them more money because they're able to bring it to other countries.
Good. What else did you find? And you said you talked about water power. What do you mean by water power?
Add that right there. Well, the Highlands, they have a lot of different forests.
Yeah. They also have coniferous forest, which is where cone-bearing trees are, as well as the evergreen trees.
Do they grow apples there?
No, apples aren't tropical. They're like more in like the
Coconuts are tropical.
yeah
Like coconuts,
tropical
bananas.
mangoes.
And what does that do for them?
It gives them fruit.
But what else does it say about them as a culture?
They get They get healthy stuff.
Does food define culture in some ways?
They don't have to spend money. Yeah.
So it's an important. Do you think it's something that's important to them as a culture?
Yes. Because without food, how do you survive?
But I'm talking about the food specifically. This is specific types of food. We don't eat the same things that they do, do we?
Well, sometimes.
I eat them. Well, how did we get some of the foods that they have?
Ship it.
Where did we get it from? We things that go choo choo. Oh, so maybe they export some of this stuff to us. That might affect them, right? Right. Oh. Herding. Yeah.
For the Andes Mountains, they're herding.
They can herd sheep, yes.
Yeah, they're herding.
But what do sheep give us?
Wool,
Which you can use to make what?
clothes, and food. Clothes and food.
Good job. What do you girls? Did you girls have anything else to add?